I was supposed to be going home right now. I've just got to quickly phone up the wife. Eddie's a very persuasive gentleman, so Eddie's just said, should we go to Porsche Swindon? And I said, well, I really should be getting home. And he goes, well, you can always do that another time. So we're going to get in the car, I'm going to phone up the wife. Technically I'm going to ask for permission, but you know how these things work. And then we're heading to Porsche Swindon. We're here at Porsche Swindon. We have a much better Cayman display over here. So Eddie's GT4 that you know, we've got a Cayman GTS. This is an awesome car. Carmine red as well. How often do you get two of these cars in carmine red? Mine's over there.
A new GT4.
I was saying to my friend, what about 718 GT4? But then I would have thought the allocations would all have gone by now.
Haven't been allocated. No one knows what's happening, how many allocations, who's going to be successful.
The 718 GT4, that can't be right.
All we can do is take a letter of intent, and I could go to my sales manager and go, he's currently got a GT4 at the moment, loving the car. He would look to part exchange it to give us an opportunity to kind of supply. That's kind of what we would go about, and then all my manager would say is yes or no.
The GT4 is now my fourth one, and I'm supposed to be a Ferrari man.
Yeah.
And it's 4-0 to Porsche at the moment. Don't want it.
Well, Porsche's clearly doing something right.
Yeah. Well, every time I've gone to look for a Ferrari, I've ended up with a Porsche. For some reason, I don't know why.
The sales guy is trying to basically say Eddie's got a chance of buying the 718 GT4. He bought the 981 GT4 here, and we thought all the cars have been allocated, but the guys just said no one knows what's been happened yet. Dealerships have taken down letters of intent, but the cars have not been allocated. We don't want to let him do this. He's walking across the road. He's leaving the warm confines of the Porsche garage, and he's going into Ferrari. I'll probably have to put the camera down. Eddie's talking to the sales guy over there. I have to admit, I've never been in a Ferrari dealership before. And some of the spec on these cars, lovely. Have a look at this car. No, I haven't got lost. This is Eddie's journey. He's got the Cayman GT4. He now wants to get a Ferrari. That's why we're in this dealership.
That's another few years down the line before I can get a Ferrari.
So let's recap a bit. We're leaving the Ferrari dealership. I left Eddie alone because he was having a private chat with a sales guy. It's a very different experience to walking into a Porsche dealer. I found it a little bit clinical, but then again, I guess not that many people walk into a Ferrari dealership.
No, not usually.
Yeah.
They have a very quiet time.
So basically, the one car they had has sold.
Yeah.
And I think he said to you, all the cars you're looking for.
All the other ones they didn't have.
They didn't have. And also, he said they hardly come onto the market. He said
no. They usually go before they reach the showroom. They get sold the moment they know there's one coming. So.
It is what it is. Unfortunately, Eddie, you're going to have to put your name down for a 718 GT4. Life is tough, man. There could be every chance he gets his hands on a 718 GT4. Now, I dream about the 981 GT4. The 718, speechless. He's putting his name down on a 718 GT4. Bearing in mind about 150 to 200 981 GT4s came to the UK. He's one of the existing 981 GT4 owners who's going to put his name down for a 718 GT4. So the way I think about it, there's only about 200 people in the UK that have a 981 GT4. He's now put his name down on a waiting list. If we assume all of them put their name down on the waiting list. That's 200 people. They're probably going to get looked after before a newcomer coming off the street that hasn't bought a Porsche before. So there's every chance Eddie could have a 718 GT4. He is obviously, I don't know, disappointed to some extent because he wanted a Ferrari, but if I was in his shoes, I'd be the happiest man there is. There we go. Happy days.
Happy days.
God, you know.
Time to fire up this little beast again.
Right, Eddie, I guess you're heading home. I'll see you next time. I wasn't even supposed to be here.